Making a demo for my games has become a fundamental pillar of my game development process, especially as a solo developer who self-publishes their games. And I think the main reason that it's such an important part of it is because when I'm moving from prototyping any game idea and trying to say like, yes, I want to take this and make this into a full Steam game, the jump from prototype to full game is almost too much in my head. And as I'm trying to build the game, I like lose all that momentum trying to build all of these crazy scope creep ideas, which would make the game better, but they're not the core gameplay loop. So tricking myself into thinking about what the demo could be and basically running into a minimal viable playable version of the game, i.e. a demo, and thinking about it through the lens of I'm giving this to other people, I'm giving this to friends and family. What is the most important thing for me to get immediate feedback on? That's what I think of as a demo, the first 20 minutes of gameplay loop for me. And that kind of that mindset I put myself into can trick my brain into ripping out what's not core. And by doing that, I'm ensuring that the demo that I give to the players and my friends and family to play, I can understand then the core gameplay, if that is a sound idea, if the design principles of that core are sound and it's going to be fun. And if there's things that I need to adjust at that point, I can make sure that I get into this demo and I start changing them sooner than later. And that feedback, that juicy early feedback can dramatically improve the games, because one of the other really big pieces of demos for me is making sure that tutorial teaches the gameplay in a good way. I've watched a bunch of my friends stream me at different points during the demo's life cycle, stream the game to me, and each time I saw what was their brain thinking. I had them speak out loud. I could see the things they thought were fun, and then the things, the actual gameplay elements of what do you click on, how do you interact with the game. I learned really quickly how to tutorialize and teach my game in a much better way, which you have to do in a demo regardless. So it's a very useful tool to smoothing out the tutorial of your game, especially if you build it like I build it, where it's the first 20 minutes of gameplay. As you're putting that tutorial out there, or the demo out there, you're also understanding, are there bugs in the game? You're smoothing out crashes, you're kind of getting your game playable. And so as I get the game published over on Steam, I'm then keeping it in a playable state that is always basically going to be the full game. Eventually, once I uncheck a tick box of is demo, eventually this will just naturally transition into the full build of the game, and I can have some confidence going into release that it's not going to be a buggy pile of shit. And so as I'm in the early phases of a demo, I will actually start off by putting it onto itch.io and then give it to my Discord and Twitch communities, and even you here on YouTube as well, to go and really quickly iteratively play it on itch. And then as I'm building the marketing assets, basically as soon as I feel semi-comfortable with the demo, I'll push it over onto Steam, because the name of the game on Steam is this button right here, add to your wish list. I'll make a separate video in the future talking about the importance of wish lists, but for now, you want to get as many as possible before you release your game, because an email gets sent out to all those people once the game goes live or when it goes on sale. So the number of wish lists you have is a pseudo representation of your expected sales for the game. In my head, having a demo is a really good way of having higher quality wish lists. I have no way. I don't have enough data to actually back that up, but in my head, if a player can actually click download, play the demo, they know the game is actually in a playable state, they can understand, is it fun, and they can kind of see where this game is going. They can have some sort of confidence that, okay, cool, this developer has made something real, and I could see this becoming a full game that I would really enjoy playing. So hopefully the conversion from wishlist to sales will be a bit higher because I have a demo out there. Speaking of demos, if you want to go support my channel any further, go check out Hexagod. I'm sponsoring my own videos, basically. I'm not taking sponsorships because I don't like them and they feel weird. And I really just want to focus on making content that I think is valuable for you. So if you want to support me any further, go play Hexagod. Go check out the demo. I'm adding in combat right now, which is going to be the last big system, so I need your feedback to make it better. And if it's not your cup of soup, consider wishlisting it, because it does help that Steam algorithm push it to more and more players. And if I can get that momentum behind me, maybe Hexagod can become that hit game that will fund my studio and allow me to keep making great content for you. Steam also seems to be moving in the direction of trying to get more and more demos. There's this great article, not great, there was an article posted earlier this year from Steam about the great Steam demo update, and it seems like they're trying to move away from this idea of having these prologue games, which is like a free version of the game where it's actually the demo gets published early and uses the Steam algorithm to push it further, and then you point people to the actual paid version of the game later. So it seems like Steam is trying to move away from people doing prologues and instead encouraging demos. So it's going to be something in the coming year that it sounds like they're going to be pushing more and more developers to do. So it'll be interesting to see how some of these changes in this article will impact the demos moving forward. The other thing a demo has done for me is show other people who are interested in the game that it's a real game. Not players, I'm talking about publishers and YouTube content creators. This was the first time I've ever talked to a publisher this year. They approached me after I released the Chess Survivors demo, and they were able to play it and say, yeah, we think this game has an idea and we would like to have a conversation about publishing this game. I ended up walking away from the publisher because it didn't fit with kind of my strategy for my studio at this moment, but it gives them the opportunity to see and play the game and lower their risk for maybe investing into it. So if you're looking for a publisher, I think it's far easier to pitch a game if you have a playable version of the game that if they sit in the meeting and say, what's your game about? You can say, well, here, let me show you live right now and play it live, which is probably pretty scary to do, but would be surely more interesting than seeing some screenshots or something kind of like a very like work in progress prototype. So having a semi-polished demo is really important for trying to attract investment from other people. And it can also give you opportunities for luck to occur where a YouTuber might play the game. And again, remember I said the name of the game is Wishlist. So if a YouTuber plays this game, which Retromation and Orbital Potato both played this demo when it got launched, and that netted me like 400 wishlists and gave me a nice introductory base of wishlists to start working with. So I think at the end of the day, as I'm starting to work through publishing my games and getting them ready as a solo developer, I'm trying to find as many moments for luck to occur. And you need to create those opportunities for luck. So whether it's posting things on Reddit or creating YouTube videos or TikToks or shorts or whatever platform you want to push it on, you're trying to use the world of algorithms to your advantage. You want to get as many wish lists as possible because you want to convert to as many sales as possible, because then Steam's algorithm or whatever platform you have has some algorithm that you want to take advantage of. Now, you still have to make a good game. The game has to be fun, and fun games will get picked up by the algorithm because there'll be signals about that. But that doesn't mean you can't find ways to kickstart that algorithm and start making it work for you. So for me, having a demo has helped me make the game more fun, get more feedback early, get all those bugs out, get the tutorial better, and finally attract opportunities for luck to occur, like attracting publishers or YouTube content creators. Good luck out there. This shit's hard. I have no idea what I'm doing, and nobody does, but that's okay. That's a fun space to play in, because if you realize no one knows what they're doing, then it's okay that you don't know what you're doing either. And I think we can then go out and make games that are fun, that we enjoy, that we're proud of. I've been Aarimous. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.